Yes, everyone, it is right here, the Honda Ny1. Actually, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. I actually thought it was supposed to be pronounced as ENY1. But the thing about this Honda ENY1 is that do not let the exterior design fool you into thinking this is related to the Honda HR-V. The Honda HR-V is beautiful, but there's something about the Honda HR-V that just maintained conventionals to its side, you know? It looked conventional, but at the same time, it's bulletproof in reliability. This is an electric car by Honda. It is bulletproof in reliability, but at the same time, there's something very different about it. There's a twist, everybody. This Honda Ny1 costs 52,000 euros. Is it good value for money or not? We're gonna find out in a moment. Let's get on with this review right now. Now, when it comes to the Honda brand, out of the three Japanese players, the Japanese giants like Toyota and Nissan, Honda appears to be the most fragile player here in the EU market, and there is a reason behind this. Toyota is an established player. In fact, they are the ones picking a big fight with the Volkswagen Group and Stellantis here in Europe at the moment. But Nissan, on the other hand, doesn't have really much to worry about because they've got an alliance with Renault, which leaves Honda at a very interesting position. They are not really a big player compared to the other two Japanese competitors, but they remain a big giant and they have massive influence in the North American market, which equally explains why the design of their cars appear to have this American twist. Now, this is not exceptional for the Honda Ny1. This Honda Ny1 also has an American twist to its design, which I absolutely love. You do get a 360-degree parking camera. You get parking sensors at the front and at the rear. And also you get something really cool. Look at this. Nice wheels to remind you that this Honda Ny1 is indeed electric. Now it is time to check out the interior of the Honda Ny1, and it is right here. The differences really start to emerge from the HR-V because the exterior looked very familiar. It looked a bit generic. But as we approach the interior, Honda has made massive changes. The door looks very much alike what I saw on the Honda Civic and the Honda HR-V and even the Honda CR-V. It's the window buttons, the presentation overall, they've just gone wider and everything. It's good for resting your arm there. It's interesting. But I think the biggest difference would be this massive tablet. And now there's a very interesting remark over here. This has to be the first time I've ever seen a massive tablet in a Honda, because I've been around Honda cars for a very long time, and a reoccurring thing about Honda cars is that they were super boring, but at the same time bulletproof in reliability. Now, in recent years, since the release of the new Honda Civic, we've seen Honda aiming for an aesthetic, for a beautiful interior. Right here, massive touchscreen. It's very interesting how Honda's gone about it. Very impressive. But then on the other hand, it's just like other electric cars. So they've gone on the route of simplicity. So move everything to the infotainment system. You know, minimize the use of buttons. And this even includes the air conditioning, guys. The climate controls. Now, the seat. Well, the steering wheel first. You can move it up, down, in and out. But, okay, this is good. Well, yeah. You can choose. I'm under the impression that the instrument cluster is a bit small compared to what I've seen on competitors. At least that's just the idea I have, and that there's no canopy or nothing, no cap over the instrument cluster. So on a sunny day, and by the way, the tablet is beautiful, but just one thing to remark is that it is so clean that if you touch it, your fingerprints will be remaining on this, so just make sure to clean it often. Now, seating adjustment is electrically adjustable, very good, but that's it. There's no additional detail like lumbar support. Nope, no lumbar support, and that's something that surprises me because most competitors at this price do offer lumbar support. Now, it is not a big deal, but it would have been nice if it was included. Now, since I looked at the door earlier, I just noticed that the door bin is alarmingly small, guys. It can fit a cannet, but that's it. A small bottle or a cannet, but the bin itself is not very long. That's quite alarming. And then another practicality solution, which I found a bit odd, is that this is my can. It is literally buried in the cup holders, literally. So I have to kind of dig in to get my drink out. So yes, it's if it's a bottle, it should be fine. And these cup holders are adjustable, but just something I thought I'd remark. Now, central console storage. Oh, the central console storage is very, very, very shallow. And there's no glasses holder. And now let's hope that the glove box has something. The glove box is average for its price and segment. And then for the rest, there's nothing much else. So, and then you do get a wireless telephone recharge and a 12-volt socket here, which is good. And now when it comes to transmission, Honda has developed an obsession with buttons, guys. So they've gotten rid of levers. Now it's all about buttons right here, which is very good. And you do even get driving mode down here, right next to your parking brake. And then lastly, the seats look amazing. In fact, Honda has done a brilliant job lately, like with the piping, the white piping and the black leather. And there's also a touch of blue stitching on the side, probably to remind you that this is indeed electric. Now, a conclusion about this interior is that points earned for the aesthetics, it looks beautiful, okay? Honda is going places. But when it comes to practicality solutions, I don't know what is it with Honda and Toyota, but both of them have terrible practicality solutions. Like it's either hit or miss. One part can be something great, next part will be something very alarming compared to what competitors would usually offer at this price range. Otherwise, even the air vent is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this reminds me of Rolls-Royce or Bentley. Look at this. This is so cute and beautiful. It's old school. I like it, but then practicality. Yes, everyone, now it's time to check out the rear seat. So I just left my hanger with my sweater over here to point out that this has a coat hook right here, guys. How amazing is that? So when it comes to the back seat of the Honda Ny1, I have to say it's really interesting how it looks. Just one thing to remark is that compared to competitors in this price range, the entrance is a bit lower and this is in the way. So just, yeah, it's a bit like getting inside a hatchback. But otherwise, acres of space compared to certain competitors, everyone. Now, very interesting. You get a cup holder right here, but there's no door bin at all for some reason, okay? Although it's a nice handle and the squidgy leather right here, which is good. And then you do get an armrest right here, but then the problem with this armrest is that there's no strap for me to pull it from. So I have to tuck my fingers in between to get this armrest down. And okay, this armrest like literally fell down. Whoa. So looks like this was a bit of an afterthought. And then the cup holder in it is, yeah, it's a bit of a, I mean, it just does the job of being a cup holder, but there's no smart feature to it. So again, when it comes to, and then there's also a micro storage space down there, and both back seats get pockets, which is good. This is better than certain competitors I've met before. But there's one thing I have to remark that surprised me a lot. When it comes to comfort, I feel like I'm sitting in a limousine for some reason, because I have so much knee room, leg room, and my headroom is great. It's like almost as if I'm in a limousine. This is great. Now it is time to check out the boot space of the Honda Ny1. And I have to say that frankly, first thing I want to point out is that the motor to open that boot space is quite loud. But on the other hand, on the positive note, there's quite a number of surprises for the boot space. First thing first, the boot lip. Body paint doesn't stick out very proudly, so therefore there's no chance of your luggage ever making contact with the body paint, and in long terms, this plastic is durable. When it comes to the boot floor, you get this wonderful practicality solution right here. This is such a cool feature. I like it. Well, I don't know what it is about Honda, but when it comes to boot space, they seem to have one of the most innovative solutions. And I saw this also on the Civic, something similar. And then you can even choose to remove it if needed. And underneath this floor, there's additional storage space, and it's including your wires for the recharge. This is great. It's very decent, everybody. Just one thing is that I can't seem to spot any 12-volt socket in the boot space, and there doesn't seem to be any tether point anywhere. The boot space is very innovative. I like the way you can use it. It's very flexible. But when it comes to conventional practicality solutions like 12-volt socket or tether points, this is where the Honda lags behind. So here's my conclusion of the Honda Ny1. For a price of 52,000 euros, is this Honda Ny1 good value for money or not? I have to say that this Honda is good value for money, but then there is nothing further to add to it. I cannot say it's one of the best, but then I'm not about to say it is bad. What I'm going to tell you all is this. Points earned for the design. It looks beautiful. Honda is finding a better identity than before. They've become far more desirable than before, and they look far more interesting than the competitors I've just mentioned. And this is my opinion. But then on the other hand, on the other side, I have to say that the practicality solutions, there's something about what the conventional aspect of things that Honda lacks behind that. For instance, the practicality solutions were, some of it were there, but they were just below average. They were not really better than what competitors were offering. But on a positive note, Honda did a brilliant job with the equipment list and also with the interior. This has to be the first time I've ever seen a Honda with a massive screen inside. And likewise, I have to express my opinion. I love this Honda Ny1 because this is not just any1, this is a Honda. It is bulletproof in reliability. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that are on the run. I will see you all next time.